Hello everyone, welcome back to the Tabletop. My name is Daniel, and today we have Nick and Gary, and no Xavier, because Xavier got grounded. That's right, he won't be back till next week, because he got his dumbass grounded. Alright,
He'll be back for next week unless he does something else stupid.
Yeah, which knowing him is highly likely, but we love him anyway. So yeah, last time left off on an interesting note.
You could say that.
Short version recap is you guys have assembled a round table and then invited all the arcs to it. All because Lucky wanted to build a school.
Yeah.
And then family drama.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're currently sitting there with every arc. Literally everyone. Except for Death.
Yes. Everyone except for Life, who is dead, and Death, who is alive, ironically. But not here.
That is ironic. Yeah, so... Lucky just arc of trees, the round table, and a whole bunch of chairs for everyone to sit in.
Yes. And everyone except for Soft Steps in the Morning Sun has taken a place. He seems more comfortable standing like 30 feet away.
I make a chair that far out, or I push his chair that far out.
Okay. He will sit down in the chair.
So
you notice that he is in fact sitting in one of these shadows cast by one of the higher peaks.
I see. Yeah, I'm Lucky's just gonna be like, so I guess because everyone's here now, we can get this shit started. Lucky kind of like stacks the paper up, folds it down on the table, and he's like, so I bet you're wondering why I brought you all here today.
Walda just kind of raises her hand and bounces up and down slightly and says, oh, I know. It's for an orgy, right?
Close.
I like her.
But no. I would like to make a school. The first magic school in Newport Grand. Now, I'd only intentionally called 2 of you, but since everyone's here, what do you all think?
I'm going to remind you, because you may have forgotten last time, the actual reason that you called these people here was to find out if it was possible to bring Steele's wife back to life.
Oh no, I remember that. Lucky just wants his fucking school, man.
You're leading with the school.
I'm leading with the school.
And Steele just kind of thumps you upside the head.
Alright, fine.
But he doesn't actually say anything.
Oh, shit. Okay, well...
Before you do anything else, you do get a chorus of different responses. Klaus saying that his forest basically is a school.
Touché.
Ivan and Steele both just looking at you incredulously that, like, that's why you're here and this happened.
Fair.
Is the only ones that were able to witness the entire thing. Walda looks slightly just less excited at this idea.
She really wanted an orgy.
Says, schools are boring.
I feel like this is a horrible idea, what I'm about to say.
and Abida seems to only slightly more so be there now. In fact, as you look around, you realize that a guy seems to have disappeared from the mirror scene. And it is now just Haba standing there, who looks very confused. And Abida himself is an even more transparent illusion than he previously was.
I see. Well, I kind of just nod and I'm like, okay, well, let's get over with the first major roadblock of the school starting. And it's kind of turned to Steele and Ivan. And I'm like, would either one of you like to address it?
Steele will kind of step up, like looking just around to all the assembled people here, and he will say, "Do any of you know how we would go about bringing back someone who is dead without the Arc of Light?" And Uncle / Kane can respond as per the shit that I have told you.
Well, fuck, I don't remember any of the shit I was told, but whatever I said before in the last session, I repeat.
What you would know is that you have seen both time and heavenly bodies bring people back from the dead. You don't know exactly how it works. Even Kane doesn't know exactly how it works.
Does Abel have anything to say? Because Abel's also out right now.
Oh, yes, Abel is there. Abel would be aware that Othos could probably do it.
That's it. He'll say a little bit more than that. This is the first time I've ever actually like talked as Abel, which is funny. Abel just kind of stands up and just kind of like glares right at Steele. No one else exists, and like this like small flash happens, and like in that flash, that's what he told Steele what he knows. And then he just sits back down, continues sharpening and polishing his sword.
Roll me a d6, because Abel cannot turn that shit off.
Yeah. It's a 6.
Yeah, Steele just kind of flinches hard as this telepathic communication happens.
Yeah.
And he looks to Lucky again, and I don't know if you remember the thing that he said from last time, but he just looks at it and he's like, "So, how do you feel about meeting another god?"
After this wraps up, sure, why the hell not? And Lucky just kind of like turns back to address, and it's like, so anyone else? And I kind of like bow to Kane and Abel and Uncle, and just like with a thank you. I'm like, what else?
Did they share their knowledge here?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Then both Walda and Abida are looking at them fairly annoyed.
I turned to Abida first because it's obvious reasons. And
it was his predecessor that you saw do this, not him. But
yes, I know that. I know that's right. And I just kind of look at him and I'm like, do you have any idea how you go about doing that?
And he just kind of, flickering and being only like 25% here, It says, I could grab a version of her. It wouldn't be the same person, though. It's weird how these things work.
That's fair. And then, like, I take, like, a really deep breath, and I turn to Walda. And I'm like, is there any, and I mean any way, that you could do that without her being completely psychotic when she comes back?
She just kind of thinks about it for a second. She says, well, I suppose I could reverse time in a locality that would bring them back to exactly when they were. Right before she died. It would affect everyone who was in the physical space at the time, though.
How long has she been dead for?
30 years, right?
Yes. So, by her solution, everyone who was within a 30-foot radius of her when she died basically is going to go back 30 years.
I just kind of look at Steel. And then Ivan.
Steel looks very conflicted, and he says, I wouldn't even know most of you.
He'd know me,
I would
though.
do it, though.
Yeah, he'd know me. Okay. I was trying to think, and I was like, 30 years? Yeah, no, he'd know me.
Just barely.
Just barely, though, yeah.
In his recollection from that far ago, you are a fresh new recruit who's never done shit.
In the fucking army.
Yep.
Not even in a guild. Yeah, that's, I just look and I'm like,
He seems willing to do it, though.
I just kind of look at him and I'm like, hey, you know, you do that, you're leaving behind Mother's Eye, you're leaving behind a lot of stuff here. Like, you know, like, go.
He just kind of puts his hands on yours, and he says, I'm sure we will rejoin Mother's Eye, both of us, as members. Will you be our new guildmaster?
Oh, shit.
I mean, if you go through with it, yeah. Like, but again, like, you gotta think on that. Like, I need you to take a little bit more than just like 30 seconds from, oh, hey, I can do this.
And Walda says, sounds like he's decided to me, and raises her hand and snaps her fingers.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
You do have the ability to attempt to stop this if you wish, I will remind you, but
I don't think that Lucky has a way to stop this unconfrontationally. However, right before she raises up her hand, Uncle comes out and he's like, you know, I had heard a story once. I never heard this story before, but I just want to go ahead and tell you this story because this is a fantastic story. I was all the way back in Flamingo. I don't even know what's going on anymore. But you know what? You remind me from a person in Flamingo. I don't really know anything going on here. I'm just sitting here. And...
roll it for me.
Okay.
Here we go.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thank God for Enter the Maze. Enter the Maze is my favorite ability that I can do. That is such a shitty roll.
Oh, I want to copy Enter the Maze so badly from Uncle.
That's a 38.
Oh yeah. It feels a little bit bad for Uncle here, exploiting what you know to be her weakness. But her mind is damaged. And as you begin speaking in this way, well, first of all, I need Rook to also roll.
Oh shit, what did I roll for that?
Mind. It's a mind defense.
Mind defense plus willpower.
Oh, fucking A. That's a good roll.
Mm-mm.
Hell yeah.
Uh,
Oh yeah, that's a 30 plus my. Okay, Lucky doesn't take any damage. Lucky's prepared.
Shit. I explode on that one, don't I?
I'm just looking for my actual dice because I don't want to roll this many fucking times on Discord for everyone that's here.
That's fair. I have my dice right here if you need help rolling. Like my actual physical dice. Although they're mainly D20s and D10s.
Yeah, we need D6s for this. I found mine though.
That's the most explodes I've ever gotten. That is a 29.
Nice.
Still not very good.
29, is that with your willpower included?
No, it's not actually. Hang on. It's 29 plus willpower.
Yeah, it's willpower. I know the Enter the Maze one. I accidentally did it to Xavier so
40.
many fucking times.
So yeah, 43.
43. You actually are able to make coherent sense of what the fuck Uncle is saying, which is different from last time. Last time he started doing this, you just got brain blasted. But this time you can, because you are fully resisting it, you can kind of feel a little bit better what's going on here. There seem to just be uncontrolled waves of energy just rolling out from Uncle as he talks as fast and manically as he has begun doing.
I'd like to think as he's speaking, like, coming out of his mouth is basically what he's saying. Like, are all these illusions. And I'd also like to think Kane goes to everyone else in the table besides Walda. And it's like, this is on purpose. Just bear with it. You know, this is probably the most safe way we can handle this.
What are you attempting to convince her of? Just not do what she was doing?
My uncle's goal was
What is your goal?
distract. Uncle's goal was to distract Walda with Enter the Maze because that's, you know, kind of
Yes.
like that.
For the moment, she seems completely enraptured in everything that you.
I want to put a. Oh, hold on. Where is it? I want to do a ranged protection mind. It's my rune magic.
Yeah.
Or hold on. I'm trying to think what to do because I want to like make sure she doesn't like fall over and like she's safe. And so I think ranged protection body to make sure that Walda doesn't move as Uncle's talking and like fall over, but like make sure, yeah, you know.
Okay, yeah.
Uncle
I see
can't
what you're
have his
going for.
boo. Uncle can't have his boo going on the floor. She may be crazy as fuck, but they definitely had a thing.
Oh, Uncle.
Possibly still do.
Probably still do. Okay.
So she did just disappear across the ocean for like the past 10 years or something.
Yeah, he doesn't worry about it. Did I have that before? I don't know if I had that before. I'm not going to include it. That's a 19. Just to keep her upright.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Do I get to describe how this works? Because Uncle's rune magic is different than the enchanters.
Yeah, go for it because it is interesting.
You see Uncle kind of pull out this, essentially what looks like a necklace, filled with a bunch of like wooden stone, like wooden tablets that have runes carved into them. And you see him like as he's talking, just start tapping them in a certain order over and over again, and like just making it like go out towards Walda and like making her stay still. Not like entrapping her, but helping her keep upright while this is happening.
And the same ability could definitely be used to trap.
Oh yeah. But yeah. Uncle's got a whole bunch of cool shit. I love Uncle.
Yep, I mean that's my biggest disappointment for just ending the whatchamacallit,
The agency.
the agency game so early was that like Uncle didn't get to use half his cool shit.
Oh yeah. But now we get two in here.
And neither did Abhishek either. Like he had a whole bunch of like abilities and things like that like Xavier never used.
But yeah. That's that. And I'm trying to think. Oh my god, I've rolled a 20 on fucking Art of War. I forgot about that.
20 for Art of War. Abel is 100% certain that between everyone who is here, you all could take Waldo.
Yeah, and so I'm assuming like after all this and Uncle's shut up finally, Walda's safe and just kind of like in shock, staring off.
His uncle is just whatever continuing to do his talking, but not enter the maze level at this point. But she just seems to be fascinated everything.
And Kane kind of like steps forward and says like, that should keep her for now. We don't know how long it will last, but it gives us time. At least long enough for, and turns to Steel, for you to make up your mind. Now, may we continue?
You just kind of waves his hand and says, "Since I have made up my mind, are you going to try and convince me this is a bad idea too now?"
Just think on it. Just a little bit more. Please?
Please.
And he says, "Yes, I realize I will have to relearn. I will have I will have to re-meet all of the wonderful friends and family that I have grown to know in the guilds over the."
Lucky kind of chimes
But
in.
I believe we will all be friends again, as we were the first time.
Lucky chimes in, and he's like, that's not necessarily what I'm worried about. I have no clue, or really none of us do, none besides maybe Kima, how to run a guild. We've never, I've gone to Clovertown, but I've never been in a meeting. Plus, there's is it 10 Wizard Saints?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, they're probably not going to be too happy about, you just disappearing and coming back from you 30 years in the past. Like, there's a lot of questions that, we don't have answers to. And
Hey, you mentioned the wizard saying, and like traveling back in time. It's so it wouldn't be the first time. We had this guy at one point that we thought was somebody else, and then he came back from the dead. Then it turned out he was a twin, and then it turned out he wasn't a twin, and he was actually himself back from the dead. It was fucking insane. And he's
speaking
still
of
on
which,
the
how's
council.
Zelda doing? Uh, yeah. No, Lucky just kind of solemnly nods and, like, it's like, okay, alright, fine. It's okay.
If you want, I could allow you to formally take my place there. He just kind of grins despite everything, and he says, I believe it would be a hell of a match between us now.
Oh god, that would be a fun fight. Fuck.
Lucky, you would be fully aware this is how the jurisdiction of the 10 Wizard Saints is actually decided. It is literally just a power hierarchy. You can challenge somebody to take their spot. Doesn't happen very often because they are very powerful as a group.
I feel that does seem like such a fun fight, though. Like, like Lucky himself, that'd probably be the way he'd have to do it. Like, to just even feel like he can accept that. So yeah, Lucky's gonna say, yeah, like that's the only way that I feel like I'd be able to do that shit.
Oh shit! I just remembered. Um, Aruka's gonna stand up and be like, "Before we go any further, uh, does anybody else think it would be wise to put sort of like a ward around the area or a barrier to prevent any, unwanted guests from coming in?"
Abel grunts, and like you
Mhm.
see this like hellish red sphere. I can roll it if you want me to, Nick. Encapsulate around everybody.
Do please roll it just to see how good it is, but you can definitely do this.
All right. Can I allow Uncle and Abel to roll both their shields?
If they would agree to work together in this case, you would have to use your ultimate that you designed to allow all three of them to do their things. But you could.
Yeah. Let me I'll save it then, and I'll just roll Abel's. Fucking Shield of Abel is 11. Keep 11 plus 4. Gotta love it. 1,
It's
2,
a
3,
huge
4,
number.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
I believe I gave him exploding.
Oh yeah, it also explodes. Which it exploded. 1, 2.
What'd you say?
Hold on, I'm still rolling dice.
I thought I heard Rook say something.
Oh no, I didn't say anything.
53.
53, yes. An enormous field around this mountaintop springs into view, a crackling red shield of energy. And it seems to have cut you off from the outside world entirely.
Rook will kind of look up at the bubble, then look to Abel and be like, "Wow, you're amazing," and then I'll sit back down.
It's at this point you have a knife run just right, like grazes your cheek.
Oh hell yeah, this guy's awesome.
He doesn't even seem to move, but just from addressing him, you seem to have the slightest paper cut just go down your cheek.
You say that again, he just grunts, like kind of smirks, nods in approval, and just goes back to it. Like, oh man,
What a guy.
oh yeah,
Can
he's terrifying.
you believe that a guy met this dude in his backstory and lived?
How the hell did that happen?
I honestly don't know. Like, if he met the actual Abel, like Abel before Uncle had taken control again. Ugh.
No.
Oh, okay, all right.
He met Uncle while Abel was in control.
Oh, okay. That's different. I wonder how that happened. That'd be an interesting thing to figure out.
I was hoping that you would show up before I got to it, but you didn't
Yeah.
in that backstory session.
Yeah, no, that's so yeah, I guess
I mean, basically
we're...
the only line that Abel said to him was, "I'm waiting for you to get out of my way."
That sounds about right.
Move or be moved.
And the guy actually did and survived the encounter.
Yeah, that wouldn't have gone well if he
I mean, if he had decided to fight or something because it was backstory session, I would have had to have Caden step in or something.
I was just imagining that you had Abel just bitch slap him out of the way so hard that, you know, he doesn't wake up for like another 2 days, and by that time Abel's gone.
That could work too.
Yeah, no.
But yes, as that is how that went down. Basically, Abel was walking through the forest, going to undefined places, eventually to Kal-El. And he was just fucking letting out all his bullshit, like basically like Phantom Blade chopping apart like all the fucking trees and just like killing everything.
Yeah. Huh.
And a guy ran into it, and Abel basically stopped and was like, "Get the fuck out of the way!" Like,
all right. Oh man, that's so cool. Okay. I guess it is time for Steel and Lucky to have a little brawl.
if you're gonna set this up right now,
Oh, I assumed that's what he meant, because I'm assuming he's like, I want to get this done, and then, you know, what happens or not, like, fucking after that, I'll get sent back by Walda. Like,
most of the arcs seem fairly satisfied with this. Ivan still looks just annoyed at Steel. But Klaus will kind of raise his hands, and out of the ground, or on the top of this mountain, sprout many trees in a ring-shaped formation that start to bend backwards, branches intertwining to make natural seating.
can Uncle...
a arena much too large for the number of people that are currently here to witness this event.
You know, I feel so bad for Cornelia right now.
Daniel is laughing because he got to see her character sheet and all of her spoilers.
I did.
Well, I just feel so bad for her having to experience this. This is all so new.
She actually, if you think about her, like she seems to have taken advantage of the fact that nobody has been talking or thinking about her for quite a while, and she seems to be holding a book in her hand, writing quite rapidly in it. Can I get you to roll me a sense?
Oh shit. What was it? Said keep 4. That is a 22.
Yes. Being from Stella and having seen several of these before, your keen eyesight here picks out quite well. The book she is writing in is something that you can definitely ascertain would be very, very rare in her part of the world. A book of endless pages.
Oh shit! It is
It's quite similar to the ones that you've seen the guard keepers use, but the basic version, not linked to other books.
Just kind of whispers "oh shit" under his breath and just like, huh? Is just slightly impressed that she just has something like that.
She notices that you are looking at her and just kind of snaps the book closed and looks a little bit embarrassed.
Rook just puts up his hands like a no judgment type gesture and turns and watches Steel and Lucky get ready to do their thing.
Yes. And Steel gets like once this arena is raised here, Steel just kind of faces you down in the center of this, and he looks over to Klaus and he says, "I assume you'll be our witness for this." And he nods.
Oh, okay. As like he's talking, Lucky is well, I've redonned the Reaper's cloak, and I have my two maces, but in like coursing with scythe form. And for the first time in a while, or at least while we've been like to New Grand, I switch back into my old ultimate and like let like the fucking wings just go out, like getting fucking ready. I also eat one fire glow stick and a lightning glow stick, bring me down to one of each.
Steel seems to be preparing himself, but he doesn't seem to be going to all that trouble. All he does to prepare himself is to kind of do a couple basic stretches, and then he puts his hand to the side, and a long, thin staff made of steel raises out of the ground. And then, as you also begin to get fully ready here, he kind of grins at you and he says, "Best of luck, boy." And his skin starts to shimmer and turn a solid, shining steel color all across it.
Oh, he has metal magic. Okay, should have guessed that.
Yeah.
I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, Rook said he has metal magic. Gotcha.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You actually haven't ever seen him do his stuff before. Yes. Steel is his nickname that he goes by for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Lucky,
before we actually get into this, I'm going to need you to roll me initiative here. And I'm going to go use the bathroom real quick.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. My rolls have been shit. I'm about to get my ass beat.
I feel that. I feel that very, very hard.
Oh, man.
All you just wanted to do was build a school, dude.
All I just wanted to do was build a fucking school, man. Now
we've got pretty much every single one of the most powerful people on the planet right here.
I'm about to be fighting for my place among the 10 wizard saints.
Being watched by said powerful people and judged, most likely.
Yeah. Like, fucking... Dude, I'm gonna have to get creative with this fight. Like...
I'm back. What did I miss?
Oh, I'm just talking about how bad I'm about to get fucking owned.
As far as that message that you sent me a few minutes ago that I did not pay attention to, the answer is probably mind damage.
Okay.
A lot of it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And just substitute any with that. I just feel like, because that's Kane's like natural ability. Like you can't touch
Yeah, I'd say
Kane.
that combination there is effectively the D&D inflict wounds.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, no, because that's Kane's like pretty much how he is all the time. Because you can't touch Kane without sevenfold activating.
I mean, I would say, or at least you can't harm him. I assume he can like shake hands with people.
Yeah.
But do keep in mind that just like all other reactions, that is only once per round. So if he is attacked by enough people at once, like some of them are going to get through, you know?
Oh yeah, and that's when he becomes an inner Pokemon nerd and uses Bind, and then unleashes all of it back at everyone.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I was just reminding you one reaction per round. What did you get for initiative?
33.
33. I got to roll for steel, and I can't access tabletop. So where the fuck is this shit? Dice. What was it?
I had a 33.
33. You are going first. You got the jump on him here.
All right. So first thing is let me get out
Anyone
Uncle's
who would like
character
to
sheet.
somehow interfere with this fight should also go ahead and roll, but I don't feel like anyone wants to.
Yeah. Nah. I am going to start off the bat with Arc of Trees. And my attempt is to pull some of the trees as like a barrier between me and Steel.
Okay.
1, 2, okay.
Go ahead and roll me your doohickey.
I am.
Are you trying to make like a wall, a dome?
I'm trying to make a wall. Actually, no. I'm trying to make a dome, so like he's kind of trapped in there.
Okay.
Because he can just pogo over it if it's a wall. That's a 26 plus an 8. Basic math. 34.
All right. You've got one remaining action if you don't move from your starting position.
Yes. And then after that, Arc of Magic down. Arc of Magic to kind of try and take away his metallic skin. But I know that one's like a hard one, so we'll see how it goes.
All right. Go for it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shoop, shoop. Okay. Okay. 2, 3. Get rid of that too.
Dice rolling.
Fuck! I just rolled it. I don't even remember what that was. Damn it! That's
What?
lower than what it was though. Is that gonna is that like a penalty? Can I take that?
What are you talking about? I do not know.
I accidentally re-rolled my 5
Oh.
that I was supposed to keep, but it's worse. So do I just take the penalty?
I mean, if you don't know what the original roll was, there's not much else you can do.
Yeah, it's a 21. It's a 21. Rip.
All right. You feel the barrier that he has erected around his skin soften and weaken as you try to drain the magic out of it. It is not gone.
That's fine.
Soften.
That is a-okay. All right.
Right. And then when it comes to his turn here, I guess he is going to spend his first action trying to get himself out of.
We get to see Lucky actually fight. Instead of trying to talk his way out of a fight.
What was your tree roll?
33.
33. Yes. As it comes around to his round, you feel the tree roots and branches separate and sever, and from the outside you can just see blades whirling around in many directions.
Fucking dick.
And as the wood itself is falling to the ground, a quite large spear hurtles at your chest. A something that you are far too familiar with.
8, 9, 10, 11. Fuck
Rolling a
time.
body defense.
I'm rolling fuck.
Ah, all right.
Oh, okay. I'm okay with that. Oh, well, not when you turn into a 3. Okay. Another 6. And a 2. That's a 54.
A 54. Is your intention to strike back and take the hit, or to intercept the projectile?
Can I actually roll 2 more d6 for the 2 vials I consumed of energy?
Oh, yes.
Cool. Alright. So that's a
And
62. And basically, lightning, fire, and air, like I'm combining them into one and shooting straight down that fucking line. And my hope is to actually obliterate the steel, but I might get hit either way. It'll be like
and what's your total here?
62.
62. And what is your fortitude?
It's an 11.
11. So you are still going to take 8 points of body damage as the destroyed shrapnel of this projectile slashes against you.
Okay.
But the blast continues onward and strikes steel, still concealed within just a cloud of magic and exploding wood at the moment.
Yeah.
I gotta roll his defense.
I can just imagine his defenses being out the fucking roof.
I mean, he rolls a lot of dice.
He does. I see that.
Math and things and stuff. As the smoke clears, he is once again standing sans metal armored shell, but he seems mostly unharmed.
Bitch.
It is now your turn.
Alright, well, again with the same opening, I'm going to open up with Arc of Magic again. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Magic first this time.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 explodes. Alright. That's a 60.
A 60.
That's a 60.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. I think that's the highest I've ever rolled with Arc of Magic.
And what is your goal here?
Take away metal skin and drain as much power as possible.
His metal skin already seems to have been vaporized in the previous blast.
Oh, well then just drain as much power as possible out. And preferably give it back to me.
In order to use his power, you'd have to spend another action turning it from a type of energy you can't use to one that
Oh, I can't attack with Arc of Magic?
you totally can. I was saying to absorb his energy into himself or into yourself, you would need to spend another action to turn it into a type that you can use.
So do I just have like energy floating around me right now? Like little balls of magic just floating around me?
You have drained this magic out of him at the moment, but it is currently not in a form that you can actually consume. So it is either just scattering into the walls and fucking blowing shit up, or like staying hovering around you.
I think I'm keeping him staying hovering around me.
But yes, he seems to stagger a little bit or a good bit as you do this. Losing a little bit of the strength that he seemed to have just a moment ago.
Alright. And then for my second action, I am going to blow him the fuck up. 47 coming right at his face.
Alright, and as you prepare to hit him right in the face, he says, I didn't think I'd have to do this so soon.
Fucking ultimate. Okay, here we come. Mine's coming next round.
As you might expect from somebody with his power set, his ultimate is a defense.
Yeah. Fucking Castle of Stone, this bitch. Invincibility. Fucking Paladin. Bitch ass Paladins.
What did he have coming at him here?
47.
47. As you put your blast straight to his face here, he just kind of seems to hold his hand up and separate it to two separate sides. And as it clears, you can see that he's gone full Terminator 2. He seems to be made of an incredibly shiny liquid metal.
Avoid! Avoid! Alright. Lucky's just like, you son of a bitch. Alright. Didn't think we were using those in this fight.
And he just kind of grins and he says, the council rules is you can only take my seat if you beat me at my best.
Fair enough. Bring it on, man. I want you to know, Lucky is having, like, the time of his life right now. Like, Lucky is just fucking ecstatic. Not because of, like, Steel leaving or anything, but he just loves any chance he gets to fight with Steel. Because Steel is, like, the complete opposite of him. Like, Lucky is blow things up, like, in fight as quick as possible. He's very much so not. But that's why I'm keeping the magic around me, so I can at least survive a little bit longer.
You will find yourself, as he moves with blinding speed and appears directly in front of you, barraged with a flurry of blows. from every direction with multiple different types of weapons that all seem to just be forming and disappearing in an instant. And that is 42 coming at you.
So it looks like my best bet is to fuck and get the hell out of Dodge.
I actually didn't roll his explode. Give me a second.
Best bet is to roll fuck and get the hell out of Dodge.
46 coming at you.
Fuck, and get the hell out of Dodge. Okay, one more dice, and then that's all I get to roll for fuck. 1, 2, 3, 6 is convenient. I have 1, 2, 3 dice over here. I rolled a 60 to just get away.
60. Yeah, you managed to avoid this death.
I become lightning and just disappear.
And it is your turn.
Fuck. Alright, well, hold on. Let me get 6 away from here. Oh, no. Yeah, I rolled 10. Oh, forgot. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 10. 2, and thankfully my ultimate gets to explode. Yay! 22 on my ultimate, so I have it for 11 rounds.
Yeah.
And then...
That, my friends, is the sound of someone wondering whether they can win this fight.
I was wondering that to begin with. Are you kidding me? I was wondering that going into this fight, man. Like...
Just don't forget your Pokemon typing event.
Oh, yeah, no. No, I know. Right now, I'm debating on 3 things. 1, I can Aurora's heal myself. And in my ultimate, that means I roll 14 dice, keep 12 of them, plus explode.
I don't feel like you've taken that much damage.
Yeah, I know, which is why I'm not, like, that's my, like, broad bottom thing. Like, because I'm at 12 of 20, but I'm full in each other one. I need to find a way to, like, transform, like, because I'm wearing Reaper's Cloak, right?
Yeah.
That's a question for when I get hit. We'll figure that one out later. Either I can take the turn and transfigure all the Arc of Magic stuff into stuff I can consume, or I can just nuke them. Actually, no. If I'm going to nuke them, let me. Okay, no. I answered my own question. All right, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oh wait, no, I rolled ultimate. I gotta roll 12. Don't gimp myself. Keeping them all.
For those of you in the stands, this is quite the interesting battle that is taking place here. Lucky, who you've seen just annihilate most things that he truly puts his full power towards, seems to have met his impressive offense with a equally impressive defense here.
Oh, yeah. Alright, so that's a 33 to transfigure all the magic into stuff I can consume.
Okay. Yes. To your next elemental attack of whichever choice that or whatever you decide to transfigure it into.
Okay.
Add. I guess. No, I have to go. I have to do the back and forth math. Plus 2, keep 1.
Oh, yeah, fucking A. Alright. 14, keep all of it. If I roll fuck.
What are you turning it into?
I'm gonna turn it into fire.
Okay.
Mixture of fire and lightning.
All right.
Because that's what I've mainly been using with him. Because I don't think air's been doing that much against him. Not gonna lie. But yeah.
What have you got?
I told you a 33.
Oh. No, sorry, I forgot that you went also this turn as well. I was thinking you still had Walkman left.
Oh, yeah, no.
As you are amassing just all of this power, the steel seems to begin to grow larger. More and more metal bubbling to the surface and then rolling into place. Numbers. Yes, he grows and grows until he is about 8 feet tall or so from his previous very small stature.
Don't you think you're compensating a little something there, bud?
But he attempts to perform a slicing and dicing upon the lucky.
Well, I don't know how well it's gonna go for him.
Well, oh shit. So that's gonna be a 50.
I match it. I match it to get away. Yeah, I got exactly a 50. So
a 50. You got exactly a 50. Because you just barely scrape out of the way as he swings his arms, a gigantic hammer forming in them in mid swing. And you just barely manage to scoot back enough to not be squished by this.
yeah,
Your turn.
Okay, I have to think very carefully about what I'm about to do here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Okay, there's the 12. I roll. Oh, this is about to be fucked up. Oh, Steel, I'm so sorry. I'm rolling Arc of Trees to rip him out of his ultimate. Or attempting to.
Alright.
Oh, keyword attempting. That ain't gonna go well. Well, 34 plus Okay, so I need to take the 2 or the 3 ones out, and then I'll have the amount I need. 31, 39 plus that. That's not going to be enough. That's a 42.
Yes, you are correct in your assumption as you reach out and attempt to seize upon his living form underneath the metal, and you realize there is none. He has fully become a non-living material.
Oh. Oh.
His actual body has been transmuted into metal that is somehow still living and powered by magic.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And it was a +2 keep 1. For
Yes.
my 1, 2. Okay, gotta grab one more dice. Okay. That's a 61.
A 61.
And I'm going to focus it on one leg.
Okay. All right. I can see where you're going with this here. And as you kind of focus it and burn through here, the metal seems to lose cohesiveness, and he falls to, I want to say a knee, but it's more like a stump.
Okay.
A knee and a stump.
All right. Cool.
It seems to have been rather effective.
Okay. I just kind of call out. I'm like, you're still going to have that leg when you transform back, right?
He just kind of says with a clear bit of pain in his voice, yeah, it'll be fine. Don't worry about me.
All right,
And then
cool.
he attempts to hit you in the face.
All right, cool. Good to know. Good talk, buddy. Good talk. Oh. And now that to keep 1 was just 1 turn, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna take those 2 out.
Just like your normal absorbing is for the next shot.
All right.
Ooh my. Well, he is going to attempt to clobber you upside the head for a 69.
How far out of range am I from him? Because I'm far enough to have missed the first one.
Yes, he seems to be projecting almost like tendrils out to reach towards you. You're about 15 feet away.
Okay, and
You're
if
not exactly sure what his range is, but
so there's no way possible for me to roll a 69 with my body defense. Like, it's physically not possible for Lucky to do. However, I have a question. I have 2 questions. Number 1, would I be able to switch on the thing of Reaper's Cloak that allows me to take spirit damage instead?
Do you have any experience, right?
I do. I have 2.
Set yourself at -1 experience.
Okay.
For the moment.
All right. Starting with the
Someone's
deficit.
gotta get the pay.
I am in debt to the cosmic people.
You'll gain enough to pay it off at the end of it. But
In number 2, can I block it magically? Fuck, if I just try to explode the hammer.
You could do that, or you could attempt to replicate what you saw Reaper do, and set yourself at -1 experience for the moment.
All right, I can do that. I'll do that. I'll do the Reaper move. I like this. Fuck. Well, now I don't like that. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does your dumb luck explode? Of course it doesn't. Why would it? Who, you know?
Obviously, this is under wind magic here, and I will.
Oh, yes. Oh, it's when. Oh, yay. Thank God, Reaper, for I stole your shit. Thank you for letting me steal your shit. It's been a pleasure, sir. We have to do some mathin'. 27 plus 16.
I'm also doing some mathing because I'm trying to remember. Here's the question: do you want to take Reaper's uncontrolled version that just turns on? And then once it's on, you get no choice anymore.
Can I do it only in my ultimate?
I suppose you could add that to your ultimate, yeah.
Yeah, I only want it to be turned on when I'm in my ultimate. Because if I'm in my ultimate, if a fight's bad enough for me to be in my ultimate, I need to have the higher HP pool of my spirit.
Alright. Yeah, so instead of adding it under your normal wind magic, add it under your ultimate. But same thing otherwise. And I am going to have to check the thing. What is your ultimate normal?
My ultimate normally?
Yes, it's like what dice do you?
Oh, it's spirit. It's 10 keep 2. But when I have it rolled, it bumps my dice count up to 2. And I have guided, bolstered, +3 duration, and MacGuffin power.
So you're going to roll this with your skill in wind magic. And if the damage if the damage exceeds the number that you roll, if you roll high enough, it is blocked.
Okay, so I roll
and
this.
If it exceeds it, you take it in spirit instead of bot.
Okay, so I roll it with my wind magic though, so I'd be doing Black Angel House.
Yes, and whatchamacallit, for this particular one, whether or not the attack succeeds in getting through your barrier, you are going to take 2 spirit.
Oh, well, hey, can I roll like that for the rest of the fight, please? I'd love to roll like that for the rest of the fight.
Wait, what?
That's a 58 plus reflexes, so it's plus a 15. So 58 plus 15, 73.
73. Yes, you are able to, pulling a trick you've never pulled before, meet this attack midair. It meets your wind barrier. As I said, regardless, success or failure, you take 2 spirit damage.
Alright.
But otherwise, you are unharmed.
Guys, I just rolled 3 32s in a row.
What the fuck?
I just have to point that out.
Who are you gambling with, and who are
I'm
you
not gambling with
on?
anybody. I was just seeing what my HP total would be if I bumped my spirit to 9, and I rolled 3 32s in a row.
Interesting.
Sorry to interrupt, but I just had to point that out.
Do I get any special bonus from that?
Rook seems distracted, like he's thinking about some other nonsense.
Oh, okay, alright, fine.
Rick is just like, holy shit, just to himself.
That is funny. But,
All right, continue.
Yes.
Alright, that's
You've done a thing.
I've done a thing. That is a thing I've done.
But it's still his turn. He's about to try and punch you again.
Well, I still have my reaction, so this is great.
Oh, the windshield is just on now.
Yeah, but okay, heck yeah,
This one is a much lower, more reasonable 37.
Okay.
His first one, he rolled like crazy and then exploded like 4 times.
2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
That
8,
is
9,
that
10,
is the drawback
11.
of Reaper's wind barrier, at least in the mode that he used it. No, is no matter whether you block the attack or not, basically your spirit is slowly chipping down the whole time it's on. You know.
Oh, okay. Alright, my fuck back is gonna be big. This is a biggish roll. It's a 50 to avoid.
Roll. Yes, you will once again. The wind barrier takes this, and you take 2 spirit damage instead of anything else.
This was to avoid. This was 50 to avoid.
Oh, I thought you were shooting back. That's fine. That works. You can properly avoid this.
Yeah.
Bringing it back to your turn.
Alright. Well, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. This time I'm going for his main arm.
Wait, what?
Oh my god. I explode 5 times. That's a 66 going straight to his main arm.
I see. Excellent. And it goes about as you would expect. The arm vanishes, beginning to reform. His overall body size shrinking as the arm and leg attempt to reform themselves. Do you have another one?
I do. That was just one roll.
Yep.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah, this one's much more tame. I only exploded twice. And that's a 45 going to his other leg.
As you do this, he drops to the ground, and the metal begins to melt away, leaving him kind of kneeling on intact knees and hands. Looking up to you. Please, though, roll me a mind save.
A mind save?
Yes.
Why?
Don't worry about it.
I want to worry about it. This is me worrying. This is me worrying. That's a 6.
A 6?
That's a
plus
6.
your willpower.
Plus my willpower. Oh, thank God. That's kind of a saving grace here. 24.
24.
No, 22.
Still, still not enough, my friend.
I did. Yeah.
He kneels in front of you, defeated, and he kind of looks up and begins to say something. as you get a sharp crack upside the back of your head.
Fuck
Oh.
you, bitch! Son of a fuck!
That one is going to be 38. Give me a proper body save with no additions here because you were not expecting this at all.
38, just straight to my body.
No, but to give me a body save, but no reaction allowed.
Oh fuck. Okay. Hey, I like that. 16 plus, I'm guessing fortitude, 27.
27. Total here. All right, you. Yes, you are going to take another 11 points of body damage as you are smacked upside the head, and whatever illusion you were looking at just dissipates. You turn to look at him, and he does in fact seem to be quite wounded in actuality. That part was not fake. But you have been thoroughly thumped upside the head.
Dick. Is it my turn?
That was one of his things. Thankfully, you get your reaction and are fully aware of this next one that is about to come in.
Good. Good.
That one's a 41. You are free to use all of your shenanigans.
I actually beat that without my explodes. It's a 44.
Yes, you get a zip back. You're realizing that he is in fact on his last legs here. And that was probably his last trick. It is your turn.
First things first, Aurora's healing my ass because I'm at 1 body hit point. Oh, yes. Oh, 1, 2, 3. I exploded 6 times.
Oh my, I feel like you're just going to be...
Oh, man. Oh, thank God. Explode 1 more time. Okay, and then I get to keep all of them for a total of 82 health points healing myself, divided by 2. So 41. I get 41 HP points back out of my maximum of 20.
Yes, you have returned yourself to full health.
And then for my next trick. First I have to mark down that I actually did that. I used 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I am going to bind him. 1,
What?
2, 3, 4. I'm going to keep him from moving with Arc of Trees.
Okay.
$33.
Let me check his face. Yes. See, he kind of, or like you kind of cause some tree roots to spring up and wrap around him, and he just kind of stops and nods, and he says, "Well, I could escape this if I wanted to, but we both know that could have been a killing blow."
I just kind of wave my hands and move the root out, and I kind of just help him up. And I was like, "Oh man, I always love fighting you. Holy fuck!"
Oh, you finally gotten good enough that I can go all out.
Yeah, I was not ready for the giant metal thing. That threw me for a fucking loop.
Oh god, it's been years since I did that. I probably could have squashed you if I practiced a little more.
Yeah, probably. Actually, not gonna lie. How's his hit points? Because is it worth it to drop an Aura's heal on him, or like can I use
Yeah.
the leftover 21 hit
Your
points?
Arc of Trees body sense, now that he has returned to a living creature, you can tell he's probably got about 3 body HP right now.
Can I use the remaining 21 points of my Aurora's heal to give back to him?
I won't make you use it. I won't make you use it again here. The fight was basically over.
Okay. So okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8.
But
You did say use it again, right? I'm not crazy.
no, I said I won't make you use it again because the fight was basically over anyway. Like if you had
Gotcha.
done treat first and then healing, that's no difference.
Yeah.
Like
Okay, that's fair. Holy fuck. So, to process what just happened, so now I'm a 10 Wizard Saint and a guild leader?
well, you are officially now or will be as soon as Klaus provides his official record as the witness. You will be number 10 among the 10 Wizard Saints.
Holy.
Guildmaster is, still up to you. That's whether you accept it or not.
Oh, I accepted it already. Like,
Yes.
I'm not gonna not, because fucking Steel's my bro.
Yes, you are now the Guildmaster of Mother's Eye.
Fuck.
And Haba from his mirror in the stands is just kind of has a look on his face. It's like, I'm not sure whether this is a good idea or not.
I'm not either. Where is character traits? Character traits. Number 10. 10 wizard.
You are officially the second Guildmaster of Mother's.
Second official guild master of Mothers.
It's Mother's Eye is fairly new, so it's not sure whether I'm not sure whether they follow or would follow the tradition or not. It probably depends on how you decide, but you would be aware that it is tradition amongst a lot of the longer-lived guilds, like Sharktooth. The current master for Sharktooth, for example, is referred to as Fourth Master because he is the fourth guild master since the founding of the guild.
Yeah, I guess I'd take fucking no. I'll do that. That's Xavier's gonna be so mad.
So confused.
He's gonna be so mad that he missed this fucking.
Oh yes. Every time Xavier is gone, important shit happens. In fact, anytime any of you are gone, important shit happens to the other two. Like,
Yep.
Fuck. Well, I guess I better learn how to scry.
Oh. Actually using the scrying here is like as long as you either have it written down or somebody there to tell you what the right runes to activate are, you only need like a 4 on any knowledge.
Okay.
To actually make a scrying mirror is a much more difficult task,
Yeah. All right. Well,
but to use one, you can activate it even without knowing enchantment,
Yeah. Well, I guess it's at this time. Has he officially, or has Klaus officially called the match?
Yes. Klaus just kind of raises his hands once again, and quite unceremoniously, like everyone who was in the stands now finds themselves standing on the ground again around a very, very similar table to the one that was previously here.
I just can't help but imagine that look. He's like, damn, this is nicer. Fuck. Like, I'm sure it has like completely like very ornate, like even the grain has like pictures in it.
There seem to be engravings on the surface of the table around each person's seat that depict some of their memorable deeds.
Nice. It's at this time Uncle shuts up. He
finally stops talking.
Well, Uncle was doing it on purpose. Like,
yeah. Uncle, or like Waldo just looks around and sees just everybody staring at Steele, and Lucky is just, did I miss something?
Lucky's like, oh no, nothing. You missed nothing. Don't worry about it. We were just talking about Steele's decision to go back.
Oh yes, that. And she snaps her fingers again.
And I don't stop it.
What'd you say?
I said I don't stop it. He's made up his mind.
And before you, very suddenly, Steele just kind of seems to disappear. And Walla just kind of dusts her hands off and says, there, all done. Can I go now?
I bow respectively, and I'm like, yes, you may go home.
Thank you. I think I'm going to go see what's going on with those new Progrand people. And she disappears.
Fuck. I just kind of turn to Ivan. And I say, well, I got a lot of paperwork to do.
Ivan currently has in his hands the orb that allows him to Farsi. And he is looking into it quite intently. He passes it around the table, basically. And in the order I imagined you were sitting, at least, it goes first to Abida, and then to Uncle, and then to Lucky, and then to Rook. As each of you glimpse inside of this, you can see what looks like the inside of a temple. And a much younger Steele, almost as young as when you first met him, Lucky, currently having an argument with a woman who is holding a very bright white glowing crystal.
I just turned to Ivan and I'm like, are you going to go stop it or just let it play its course?
He just kind of looks at you guys and he said, well, I would, but my gracious king demanded that I give you my teleportation device.
I throw it to him.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah.
He just kind of looks surprised for a second, like he expected you just to go handle this, but he disappeared, leaving you with the orb through which you can watch what is going on here. And he just kind of, as he appears, you can see both Steele and his wife apparently go into fairly combative stance. And she kind of holds the crystal out behind her, away from. They seem to be talking. You do not hear whatchamacallit. You don't hear what they're saying, but you can see them talking. The general gist, as far as your guys' senses are going, is that Ivan seems to be attempting to explain what is just happened, that they have just been reversed in time, and they don't seem to be buying.
I'm gonna turn to Uncle, and Abida too. And I'll also reach my voice so Steph's in here if he's still there.
He is still there. He has not said anything this whole time, but he is still there.
And I just kind of say, "Can any of you help?" I know Uncle can, but Uncle can only do it in an illusion. Oh, I guess he could just go. There's a lot of stuff Uncle could do.
Range travel body.
Yeah, but I think Uncle's going to go ahead and go and join. Mainly compelled by Kane. And
are you going to take anyone with you here, or are you just going to go with Uncle?
I'll grab both Rook and myself. That's lucky.
Here we go.
And Uncle doesn't say anything to you, by the way. I hope you know. Uncle just comes up, puts up. I've never described Uncle this way, but Uncle's about 7 foot.
Yeah, I know he's a very buff old man.
We did talk about it. He is the farmer hillbilly, but like 7 feet tall, and just about, if you ever see him with his shirt off, just about as muscular as a person could possibly.
And you just feel his hand, like, slam on your shoulder. And said, "Well, boys, gotta go help." Click, 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 boom.
Roll me your rune magic.
I will. Keep 4,
This particular mode of travel is very, very fast, but takes either slightly less or slightly more time, depending on what you roll.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You remember when Uncle first appeared, he appeared about 5 minutes after the call, you know?
Yeah.
Also, in fact, roll me a Kane's knowledge, because Kane probably knows where this is, but somebody needs it.
I will also do that. I just re-rolled that again. I'm dumb. Hold on. Let me just re-roll all of it. Actually, no. That's almost identical. It's 23. Okay. 1. Yeah,
Theoretically, it should still be somewhere in the middle of the bell curve.
Okay, and then Kane's knowledge. What is Kane's? Yeah, he's a 20 spirit. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Take these 2 12s off.
Effectively, your Kane's knowledge is going to determine preciseness of appearing location, and your rune magic is going to determine speed.
37 plus 8. My brain's not going to work. So 45 Kane's knowledge.
All right.
And a 23, if I don't have any additives on that. Yeah. And a 23 rune magic.
Okay. So you all fairly quickly appear outside the door to a very large temple, with Kane apologizing and saying that he knew where it was, but he's never been inside.
Lucky's just like, "That's fair," and opens the door. What do we see when we walk inside? Lucky just straight up opens the door and walks out.
As you enter inside, it seems about 3 minutes have passed or so since you last glimpsed this, and basically everyone is holding weapons.
Oh, hey, here's the fun part of Lucky's stuff. Lucky just comes in, he's like, "Ho, ho, 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 ho. Hi. put them down. We can talk this out. I'm gonna roll.
Steel just kind of glares at you. Let me actually roll a census for him. What is mine then at this point? Then you get a little bit smarter over the course of being a guild.
Can I also roll a census?
Oh yeah.
Do I explode or survive?
He kind of squints at you and he says, "Recruit? What the hell are you doing here?"
Well, I'm pretty sure Ivan already told you this. Future. Hi.
Roll me your social, whatever it is, godlike communication.
I will. That's a 20 for my senses, though. And then let me roll.
Yes, it is. It's fairly clear here. I don't know what you were specifically looking for, but it's fairly clear that he has been full reverted, like no memories of anything that happened in the time between.
Okay. Godlike communication's a 21.
And as you start to talk and listen, like I assume you just start fucking telling the story.
Yeah.
Of everything that happened. And he just kind of stops and he says, "You're telling me all that bad shit stuff is actually true?"
That's what I'm saying.
I went
Very
to
true.
RA and started a guild?
I show him the mother's eye tattoo.
Interestingly enough, he still seems to have his mother's eye tattoo.
Oh, I'm like, hey, look on your. His is on his arm, right?
Yes, it's like upper arm, shoulder, basically.
Yeah, I'm like, check right there, because Lucky's is on his neck, like neck to clavicle region.
If you remember, the guild marks are bound by an incredibly strong magic, an incredibly strong pact of binding created by the 10 wizard saints together at the founding of the guild. And they can only be manipulated and changed by a guild mark.
Oh, so can I like? Yeah, no, I like poke to it and I show him that his guild mark's still there.
Mm-hmm. And he seems quite surprised at first as he just kind of looks down. And I said, "Oh, shit, that's not one of the tattoos I got while I was drunk."
Nope, and it matches. It's true, buddy.
And he just kind of he seems to settle down a little bit, like raising his staff, very similar to the one that he used in the fight to you. You notice, though, that in particular, this one that he seems to be wielding now is both pointed and bladed at the end, whereas opposed to he used a blunt one in yours.
Yeah.
And he's still holding it, but he kind of raises it down. And he just kind of cocks his head over to Ivan. He says, "Oh, why are you working with this bastard then? I told him not 2 hours ago that I wanted nothing to do with the family and nothing to do with any of this conspiracy bullshit anymore. And he tried to kill me."
I just kind of like look to Ivan and I'm like, fuck, why did we send him?
He raises his hands and he's like, "It was 30 years ago. I was a lot angrier back then."
At this point, Uncle kind of chuckles. He's like, yeah, damn right you were.
What is his wife doing throughout this entire thing?
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask, actually.
Wait, who?
His wife.
Oh, she seems very just confused by all this talk of time travel and everything. But similar to him, she kind of seems to have settled in a little bit. She actually hasn't actually said anything yet, but she still seems to be holding this incredibly white, or like bright white, glowing crystal.
Ma'am, if you
So
can do
she's
all this,
gone from like a like holding it away, like I'll do it stance, to just kind of watching and listening and standing there.
ma'am, if you can do all of us a really kind favor and put the stone down just as gently as you can, it'll help a lot. Trust me.
Kane is going to take over, kind of shimmering into existence.
She just kind of holds it up and looks at it and says, all right, you've convinced me. I can't handle it. She looks a little bit bitter about this. And she says, but that doesn't mean that these bastards should just get to use it for whatever they want, reviving their high-ups and elites and never helping anyone other than the people that can pay.
I'm guessing her stat block is close to ours.
If you look at it, or like just judging from Steel, he seems to be a little bit weaker than you were used to at this time. Perhaps he's got maybe a one higher body and a couple points lower spirit and mind. You know.
Yeah. So about even match. So Rook can't just go and take the Arc of Life. That's not a thing. He's not ready for that shit. Because I was so about to be like, Garion, hear me out.
No, trust me.
I mean, roll me a senses if you would like, Rook, if this even crosses your mind.
Yeah, sure. Why? I mean, yeah. It did cross my mind. I was like, I could probably take this.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Does Kane would probably know that's what he's thinking, because Kane can be into most people's minds. Does Kane have anything to say?
Kane has literal mind reading. That is such a high number that most people cannot fucking resist it.
Yeah, what does Kane have to say about this? Because I'm sure he can feel it. Does he have any warnings for Rook?
A Rook is from I got Kane's senses. Like Kane would probably play him however you want. He would probably know it's not a great idea, but he might be able to handle it.
I got a 19. That's not the best.
Yes, I mean, looking at this woman, like she definitely radiates some sort of magical power. She's not defenseless by any means, but you feel like you outpace her.
Kane just kind of like appears in your mind and is like, you're ballsy, but it might work.
I don't know if he can like hear me when I do this, but I just think it's so tempting though.
Again, it might work.
With that much of a roll, there's definitely at least one surefire way to take this away from this girl without her having any way to stop you. You can aether meld, and magical objects are the only things that still exist on the other side.
Oh shit!
That's true.
Oh shit!
I could also just wait, no.
Oh shit! I forgot you had that ability.
Basically everyone. In fact, I don't think Klaus ever realized that you copied it from him, or else he probably would have given you some warnings, but...
Yeah. I could cobble together an ultimate involving aether melding as something else real fast, if that helps.
If you want to, go ahead. Aether melding is already a quote-unquote ultimate by itself.
Oh yeah, that is right.
You could theoretically combine it with one of your other things.
Oh, what could I combine it with, though?
Kane's just like, you can. Holy fuck! I mean, okay. Like, Kane's just like, I didn't. Because Klaus is the only one that Kane would know who has Aether Melding, right?
Actually, all of the arcs have.
Including Uncle?
I forgot to add it to Uncle's sheet, but yes, all of them have at least keep one in this ability.
Alright, what do you think Uncle would have?
Mm,
Oh, this is lucky.
I mean, you got experience points still to spend. Spend them as you would like.
Alright, fair.
But yeah, all of them do have at least keep one in that ability.
Okay, so having a bit of trouble. Daniel.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to take a look and see if you can think of anything, but I can't think of anything I can combine.
Let me go to the bathroom, and then
Okay.
I will check that out.
Okay.
I looked at this before, and I thought of several very overpowered sounding ones.
I'm assuming something like Aether Melding and Assume Control, maybe.
Yes, Aether Melding and Assume Control would probably literally allow you to enter somebody's body like fucking possession style.
Aether Melding and
And
I just
then
can't
you could do Aether Melding and Telekinesis
I
to
could.
basically still be able to move physical objects while you were melding.
That's true. But since the object is magical, I don't really think that will help too much.
And yeah, say Aether Melding and just any attack spell could theoretically allow you to fucking murder people while, out of the realm of even reach for most individuals.
Oh god, you're right. Shoot, I need Good ideas. I'm just trying to
all I'm saying is that sounds terrifying as fuck.
Yeah.
Aether
Okay,
Melding,
let me
Assume
actually write that
Control.
down.
Jesus. Holy shit, that sounds terrifying.
Stack your free extra bonus on that to be AoE, and you could control like a small crowd of people.
Yeah.
Oh dear God, you guys are giving me some interesting ideas that I never thought of before.
Dude, that plus Arc of Trees to just like make it'd be terrifying. We could
And
like
that
overthrow
is-
government.
I would
We
say
won't.
that is a build for a fucking like evil tyrant emperor there.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, holy shit. Oh, did you need that
But
dice?
yeah, I was waiting for you to realize that just Assume Control combined with basically any, or not Assume Control, Aether Melding combined with basically anything is OP as fuck.
Yeah, I see that now. I'm gonna have to keep that more in mind a bit more. I'm gonna actually highlight Aether Melding into a special color.
But yes, Kane basically reading Rook's mind here as he thinks about this. You realize that he can do this, and he usually like this. This is Kane would be aware a function of having one of these crystals inside. Normal.
Does that? I feel like that would be okay. All right.
Like Ivan said last time when he showed you the crystal. The bodies and anything else are nothing but conceit construct. Like after you guys were split, your consciousness is these crystals,
Yeah.
and because you are effectively a magical object, Aether Melding comes along.
Damn.
This is not a thing that very many people at all can fucking do.
Damn.
Bullshit. Alright.
Fuck. All right.
Oh god, what the hell could Aether Melding plus 7-fold do?
Oh God! But that sevenfold's I don't know.
I mean, I already have a very powerful counter ultimate, so I don't know if that will
Yeah, see,
be
I'm
too
not
useful to
sure.
me.
I'm not sure how that would do, unless you needed to. I guess you could use it to protect yourself on the fucking astral magical. Other than that, I'm not really sure what much that combo could do.
Just like kind of like a weird defense ultimate, maybe.
That would
Yeah,
be like
it could be. It could. I could see that as a defense ultimate, where it's like basically you fucking phase out and become immaterial to most things, and then anything that does still get through to you somehow is just sevenfolded.
Oh shit! I just thought of another one I could use with a telekinesis skill. Make it so my body itself is melded, but my weapons are still just there, so I can still attack them like that or whatever.
That would be some crazy bullshit.
Anyways, let's
No, with your previous experience with the Aether melding, you would be aware that magical attacks do still have a presence in that realm.
Yeah.
When you Aether melded at the war, you saw weird cartoonish, like almost fucking anthropomorphied like fire lions running across the battlefield as fire was shot and things like
Yeah.
that.
that's just. Oh man. Oh yeah, that's great.
So yeah, Rook just gives Lucky a quick glance and starts like looking a little anxious.
Lucky's trying to hold conversation. Like Lucky does not know what you're about to do. Like Lucky's just trying to
Wait, what?
keep people talking. Like keep people from at each other's throats, de-escalate. Lucky doesn't know what's going on, and Kane's just like, go for it. I mean, do it. We'll see how it goes.
And Ivan will kind of chime up and say to Steele, and to his wife, look, I know I was an asshole, probably still kind of am, but I like to think that at least I've gotten better in the 30 years since we had this falling out the first time. I'd really like to not do it again.
And Lucky's like, oh my god, he has feelings. Oh my god, the fucker has. Thank God he has feelings. Oh man. I don't say this out loud. This is just what Lucky's thinking. Like.
And Steele and his wife, like I said, they return to a more passive stance. Steele lets his summoned weapon dissolve, and his wife sets the crystal down back on the pedestal. When Ivan goes to reach for it, however, she just glares at him, and he decides to leave it there for the moment.
Kane pops in and is like, well, I mean, now or never. And Lucky steps forward and he's like, okay, so now we can talk this out. Okay, cool. So there's a lot to catch up with, and Lucky just starts like going through events to try and bring him up in the 30 years that he and Steele have been together. Which includes the demon fight, which now, yeah, Steele's not a part of. Damn.
I mean, but wait, what do you mean?
The demon fight. Like Steele never experienced it now. I mean, he was a part of it, but he never experienced it.
He does not remember it anymore.
Yeah, so like I bring him up through to like
And that brings the number of people who witnessed this shit that personally down to exactly one. Kima.
Abba was there.
No, Haba. I thought we had talked about, like, basically he came
Oh, he cut out. He's doing the thing again. Right? Or can you still hear him?
I can't hear him.
Okay, he's doing the thing again. Well, see how long it takes him to notice. I'll boop him. Boop.
So how's it going?
Oh no, it's going good. I've done a lot that I did not think I was going to be able to do.
So, so should I go for this?
You should, dude. You can be a fucking arc.
Because I'm putting together. Okay, yeah, well,
Hi.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, but everything died, and then it went back. What did you hear?
Heard up to Haba was blank.
Oh, yes, you were right with the last thing I heard you say. That it was Hava that was there. You knew Kima before that, but she was not there for the fight. Hava
Yeah.
is currently the only living person you know of that witnessed this fight.
Yep. And then Kima was off doing something, but the four of us founded Fairy Tale.
She was the army battalion's cook. Obviously, like she wasn't on the front line.
That's right. But yeah, no, I just kind of like tell him the story, and as I'm talking, I don't know. I feel like we're gonna be talking a while. We have 30 years to catch up on, if anything's happening on the other side.
I mean, if you want to give the rundown on what happened with the demon for Rook, and
This is
the other NPCs here who don't know the story, I'm sure it would be an interesting thing for them to hear about.
all right. Yeah, I mean, like I okay. I'll just start going off. We're improvising a story here.
Yep. Oh, I mean, we talked about some of the shit.
Oh yeah. And so like Lucky's just kind of like, yeah. So we went during the first trade war. By the way, number 2's going on right now. We went during the first trade war out to.
He just kind of interrupts you. That is, they're doing it again. What the fuck?
That's what we said. Anyway, during the first trade war.
You would 100% know that like this version of Seal is from the time of the first trade war. Like it's still going on in his current memories.
Oh yeah, I know. But I'm giving future stuff. We get sent out.
And then they just called it the trade war. There was no reason to call it the first trade war.
Oh yeah. But
he seems deeply disturbed by the fact that this shit is going to happen again in like 30 years.
I make the statement, I'm like, yeah, thankfully Pergrand and Fiore are out of it for now. I just turned to Ivan, right?
He just kind of nods and he says, we've decided to stay out of this one. Though I believe the populace could be swayed if any more dragons show up or anything like that.
Okay. It was 2. There are only 2. Neither of which, well, I almost said neither of which were my fault, but that's a lie. Anyway, moving on, demon story time.
Both of which were your faults.
Yeah, we can skip over that. Anyway, we get sent out to Iceberg, to a small little village to defend it, and fucking demon shows up out of nowhere. Entire army just starts going to shit. And of course, our little battalion was there. Me, you, and Haba were pretty much the only ones left standing. And for roughly 2.5 weeks, we were nonstop fighting this demon. Eventually, I dealt the killing blow, and we realized that there's some extra help there. Eurus, the god of travel and whatever the fuck. I have it written down in my notes. I just don't want to look at it.
Luck and adventure.
Yes. God of Luck and Adventure comes out and it was like, that was some cool shit you did there, kid. Abducted me, taught me some Godslayer magic, and then threw me back in.
Hey, you were gone for it's hard to tell from your perspective. You may have spent a couple days there. You may have spent a couple years there. Like it's weird and hard to tell. When you came back, it had been 3 weeks.
And yeah, after that, we pretty much fought out the trade war, and then we moved to Fiore, started up a guild, me, you, Haba, and Kima.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
the one correction I will give you there is that you guys did not finish fighting out the trade war. Steele took you guys as the only survivors of his battalion, basically, and was like, yeah, we're done.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, then I explained that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of recount pretty much everything up until this year.
Your brigade started at 2,000 people and ended at 9, all of which are current members of Mother's Eye.
Yeah. And yeah. While I'm talking. Yeah, no.
And then you were not there for most of this, but you have recently found out that apparently in those early years he was a major part of the fucking the rebellion, like in the Per Grand Kingdom as well. Like,
yeah.
He's currently here trying to steal this crystal with his wife right now, but like he didn't stop for like quite a few years down the line.
Yeah. And I do mention that as fairly brand new knowledge. It's like I always wondered where you're going on those quests and how you never came back with any money. Like, always confused me.
I mean, as far as you would have been aware at the time, he just would occasionally go out on a job. He'd take an A rank job or an S rank job, and head out and come back a while later with it finished. And recently, it has come to light that he was also doing some shit on the side while he was taking those missions.
Yeah.
And both young Steele and his wife will tell you. That's the reason that we came to get this in the first place. There's no reason why any government should ever have an immortal ruler.
Fair.
It's not a good idea. And they just kind of glare at Ivan.
It's not immortal now, I mean.
And you can probably, if you remember all the shit from before, put
He
together
reincarnates.
Yeah, the king reincarnates, and they're implying that this is the reason why. And the reason why the current king is not a reincarnation of the previous.
Fair. Well, I mean, I guess I'm going to tell them that they stopped it. Like, old one's dead. New one's pretty chill.
And Ivan just kind of nods and he says, I will admit I have no desire to bring back our previous king. you would be aware that, part of the reason for that is that he's literally a couple with the current one.
Yeah.
So now that I think about it, it's a little bit weird considering that he's like 400 years old and the current king is like 40. But
Yeah.
we're gonna not ignore. We're not gonna worry about
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. This is, yeah.
But anyway, yes. He says, we now have a whole new set of problems, though, with this power return. It will fall back to the vote of the 12 for how it is to be used. I don't believe many of us wish for the return of our, as you put it, tyrant king.
How about this?
This is your segue. Gotcha.
Hear me out.
He listens.
Shit, how do I even approach with this?
I no shit thought you were just, while I was talking, going to Aether Meld and just grab it.
I was so tempted to. I really was.
See, Rook is not a guy.
Oh, no. See, a guy would have just jumped at it. He wouldn't have had any thought.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, he totally would.
Anyway,
Kane
at the
would have
current
very
moment,
much so. Kane would
This
have very
crystal
much
seems
so.
to be resting upon a custom-built, specifically designed for it altar in the center of this temple, with many lenses and glass bits around it that kind of scatter the white light that it produces to fill the area. Prismatic color.
Oh, that's cool as fuck. Yeah, no. Fucking Kane would have stopped Xavier coming anywhere near that fucking crystal.
Kane
So hear me
hasn't
out.
even met a guy.
Yes, he has.
Wait, I thought he has.
Abel has.
Wasn't a
There
guy?
was
No,
like
that was
That was
Hephaestus. Okay.
fucking Hephaestus.
Yep.
I was like,
Only Abel has ever met a guy.
huh.
Interesting.
Kane can still read minds, so I feel like
That is fair. As soon as he started thinking about it, he's like, no, don't do that, you fucking idiot.
yeah.
But yes, how does this go? You have segued into.
So, hear me out. You don't want this power to fall into the hands of any kind of government, correct?
And she just kind of nods. And she says, it's been used and abused 1,000 different ways over 1,000 years.
Okay. So what if a specific person were to take it and keep it so no one else could use it? And only use it when it's absolutely needed.
She just kind of looks at you with a slightly annoyed glance. She says, what do you think I was about to do?
Precisely.
Kane,
But
Kane steps
looking
in.
at you.
Yeah. Kane kind of walks up and he's like, what the gentleman has to say, I'm sure you're a lovely person, is we know you fail. He's offering himself to try. Right?
What if he fails too?
Then
And
he
ends up
fails.
And I
down the
fail.
floor?
Then he fails. Lucky's like, what the fuck, what, huh, what, like he's trying to figure out, like, what's going on. Dramatic pause.
Worth a try at least, right? I mean, if anything, we can just find Walda again, or summon her to us somehow, and just, bring me
Hey.
back like they brought back you.
And Steele just kind of goes, you didn't tell me that crazy bitch did this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she definitely did do that.
To be fair, it was your idea.
And he just kind of face palms hard into his own hands. I must have become a fucking idiot in the next 30 years.
Well, loss of a loved one can do that to you. And I just kind of like glance at his wife. It was for her.
Every bit of it.
They both just kind of like scooch a little bit closer to each other, like wrap an arm around each other.
Kane's like, emotions. Lovely. Can he do it tonight? Is there going to be any fighting? I think at least give him a shot.
And she just kind of looks yours. So fine. I didn't think I was the best choice anyway. Picked by popular vote.
Don't worry, now with this, you can become stronger. You won't just, stop here.
Die. Yeah.
Are you going to attempt to take in this gemstone?
Yeah.
All right, roll me a mind save.
Roll you a mind save.
It's going to be interesting.
Plus willpower.
Time to figure out who the Arc of Life's Cosmic is.
No, it's the grandmother.
Oh, well, I thought that was time. No, grandfather's time.
Yep. Grandfather time, grandmother life.
Wow, really? Okay.
Is that a good or a bad?
No, that was bad. I got 2 explodes, rolled 2 1s, and got 2 1s back.
Oof. What's your total?
So that's, hang on, 21 plus...
Add your
Is it willpower? Okay, so that's 35.
35. Yes. As you take this into your body, I want you to both take 10 points of mind damage.
Okay.
And you're now going to add a counter similar to Lucky. You currently have 5 insanity.
Hey, don't be dumb like me. Make sure... I'm forgetting how to do the actual insanity counter again. It's fucking...
Yes. I will repeat it, and maybe Rook will actually remember it here. Whenever you make a mind-based check, whether it be a mind defense, a knowledge skill, whatever, you need to roll a positive dice and a negative. Usually, I color them red and blue.
Okay.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
And you subtract the red dice and add the blue dice to whatever your total check is.
Okay.
And anytime that the red one is higher, increase that insanity counter by. And anytime the blue one is higher, decrease it by 1.
Gotcha. So that's every time I roll a mind?
Yeah.
Saving?
Yes.
Mind-based check.
Mind defense,
based.
mind skills like knowledges or whatever.
Okay. Good to know.
You have the chaos dice on it. You have 1 positive and 1 negative.
Yeah.
You just add them together.
So that's 2 insanity?
5.
You started
5.
5.
Okay.
and it is on a scale of 100.
100
All right.
minus or 100 with your fucking, what is it, willpower?
Yes, 100 minus your willpower, or 100 plus your willpower is
Okay,
your max.
114 then. All right, so
as
I
long
take
as
the
your
stone into my
insanity
body.
is lower than your willpower, it is effectively not effective.
Okay.
If it ever becomes higher than your willpower, then you effectively will roll onto the the one track or whatever.
Gotcha. So Lucky is a little bit cuckoo right now.
He's a little bit. I believe he's got 25, and his willpower is what, like 11, 12?
It's I'm at 23 now because of this session, and 16 is my willpower.
Okay. 23, 16, math is hard. Is a little bit crazy. Still in the below 10 bracket, but he has numbers on the chart,
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's mainly because I did the difference of the two, and I only added it when I lost the save roll.
Yeah, he has gained way more than he was supposed to, just because Daniel didn't understand what I was saying at first. To be fair, it is a
Daniel.
fairly complicated nonsense that I've come up with, but
yeah, that's how I got way up there.
But yes, after taking this crystal into your body, everyone else, what they see is similar to any time that anyone else has learned the arcs, except for trees. Rook just kind of flops onto the ground.
I lucky catches them on a gust of wind.
Okay, all right. You catch him here, and from your experience, he's probably going to be out for, you would say, roughly 2d6 days, which I need Rook to roll me.
I just do a lot more than that because it's literally just the arc.
Mm-hmm.
You said 2d6?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So that is 8.
Yep. You are going to be unconscious for the next 8 days, and in this time, as I have described before, a very long time passes in your mind. You find yourself floating in a void, stars around you, and a clear progression of moving forward at quite a rapid speed. But no anything other than yourself and whatever you brought with you inside.
You're just playing jacks. Oh man, what happens if you aether melded in here?
Oh.
I can't answer that question unless you do it.
I hear the voice of Lucky in my head. Hey, what if you aether melded inside of here? And I'm like, shit, I have to.
At some point, it must occur to you. How long does it take you before you try them?
I assume I'm floating for like a good 10 minutes, and before I'm like, oh my god, this is boring.
All right.
So that is a 74.
Roll your aether melding.
Shit, didn't mean to do that. Should I just re-roll that? I hit E as soon as the dice hit the table.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead. I didn't, or I'm not actually looking at the thing right now. Like nobody's actually sharing it.
Okay,
So we can cheat all we want. No, just kidding.
That's a 17.
Honor system.
It's not as fun if you cheat.
That's a 17.
A 17. And do you have 2 or 3 ticks in duration? I can't remember. I should have put it on the sheet for you, I think.
It's 3.
All right. So that is half minutes. We'll just go ahead and round up. You've got about 9 minutes
Okay.
of aether melded time here. And as you do this, the area around you kind of shifts and twists and starts to become a room where you can see someone just kind of sitting and patiently waiting, a very old woman. With a sweater and a scarf, as if it was cold. And she just kind of seems to be sitting and thinking to herself. And she looks up and says, oh my, you're 9.83 years ahead of schedule."
I am? Holy shoot.
Lucky's just like that.
Just like Academy, am I right? Just
She kind of looks over your ethereal form here. Oh my, you're quite a talented one.
well,
When
thank
did you learn that?
I didn't really learn it. I more just took it. If that makes any sense.
She just kind of nods a little bit. My daughter always was careless, leaving her belongings and power laying all over the sofa.
Your daughter.
And she nods again, and she says, "Oh, she's what would you call her? Mother Earth."
Hmm.
Oh yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what is your name, if I may ask?
Oh, you can just call me Grandma, dearie.
Okay, Grandma. Very nice to meet you. First of all, what exactly is this place?
Huh? She just kind of gestures around and says, "This is my house.
I look around. I'm like,
This
oh.
here is my fish
this.
tank." She goes on for about 5 minutes, just going around and describing each thing.
Brooke is paying very close attention to everything she's saying, despite how mundane it may seem.
Oh, you are aware that you have a fairly limited time on your aether mill.
That's true. How many minutes have passed so far?
5 minutes of your
5.
time.
Rourke just kind of notices this and is like, I'm sorry, I only have a few minutes left for this sort of thing, but can you give me a bit of information about what I got?
Why I'm here?
And what, yeah.
And she just kind of nods and says, "Well, I can't say for sure what you've got yet. That depends on your test. You're a smart one skipping through here, but you still have to take it."
Test? What exactly does the test involve?
She just kind of throws up her hands. I thought one of the others would have told you by now. Are they not reading?
No, this was a very spur of the moment thing.
And she just says, well, there's a test, an immutable test, required. It's called the test of time. You must spend your time in the void. Else, how can we be sure that you will not go insane in the timelessness that comes?
Test of time. I think I could do that. Maybe.
And she just kind of looks here and says, well, you've got a couple minutes left, so I guess you've got a cheat sheet here. Any questions?
Am I allowed to do like any sort of training while doing this test?
Oh, you can
Like,
try. It's fairly difficult. There's no gravity or time or progression out there.
you know, I think I am all out of questions. Might as well get on with it, huh?
She just kind of looks at her watch on her wrist again and says, all right, then I'll see you in 9.82 years.
Yeah. See you in wow. Alright, bye.
And you, as your aether melding is released or runs out, find yourself once again back in the void, where you have 10 years, roughly,
Roughly
to
10
wait.
years. I guess I'll just like meditate a little bit, but to make it just a bit more fun for me and practice subtle control, I will just like just sort of levitate a bunch of beads of blood around me using the hemokinesis. Just like, for funsies.
Alright. This goes on for a while, and eventually even this becomes boring, and everything. And like the ones that have come before you, by the time that you reach the end of this journey through various means of just death by boredom, you have reduced yourself to one in every step, or one in every HP. Mhm. And you kind of pop back in after waiting 10 years for that. And you seem to see the same room that you remember from the beginning. And the woman turns around and says, oh, I had just enough time to bake cookies.
Yay. This is the thought of like any sort of food at this point is just so tempting to him.
Oh yes, you've been starving since like day 1.5 to 2, but just somehow it didn't kill you.
I figure he just kind of got used to it, but as soon as she said cookies, his stomach's like, get the fuck up.
And she's still in a quite large persona, maybe about just like she looks like a tiny little grandma, but it's maybe like it's like scaled up like times and a half. And so is the room, and she sets this humongous plate of cookies in front of you. Like this is like the scale you would be seeing if you were like 8 years old right now.
Oh god.
I see. Nice.
And as you, I assume, chow down here, she says, so what would you do with the ability to create and restore life? It's not one that I give out easily, you know.
After those 10 years, I didn't really give it too much thought. I suppose I could help people. That's always a good one, right? Help the sick and the desperate.
She just kind of nods and she says, it's a noble cause. You must be careful not to cause problems you did not anticipate.
That is true, that is true. What exactly are the limits, the hard limits of this special ability?
She just kind of looks at you. Pardon me if I break from the script a little bit here, but I don't know of any good way to answer your question. Other than, and she just kind of holds up her hand, and you just see a twisting, almost disgusting motion of various different things, bone cracking noises, muscles twitching, and what the above the palm of her hand starts as a chicken appears, and then it twists and changes shape into a wolf and a monkey and a parrot and several other different things before finally becoming a human who then growls and snarls and twists to become more a demon. And she closes her hand around. Turns back to a chicken, and she kind of lets it out.
Huh. I suppose it's the thought of creating new and wondrous forms of life is, I guess the right word is tantalizing. But there are
some stupid things, are you? Like, those demons. What was the last one I gave that power to? And he was fucking stupid.
Ma'am, I can promise you, I will never be as stupid as a demon. While I may not make
the last person that she agreed to give this power to created demons.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I misheard that. Well, I can say, man, I may do some pretty stupid things at times, but I don't think I'll take it that far. Unless if I have no other choice, of course. But to create a demon, even I know how bad that is. That's just a problem.
And then she just kind of smiles at you and she says, willing to go there, but not except for extreme. Senior history. I like you. Have another cookie and get ready for the journey back. You've passed, my boy.
I will I will take 2 cookies. I'll put one in my pocket for later and stuff the other one in my mouth.
The return back journey at first seems like it's going to be another hugely long trek, but after about 10 minutes of traveling through this void, you blink your eyes and awaken in wherever Lucky has put you over the course of fucking 8 days.
We're back in Fiore. We're in Mother
I sit up very fast and I'm like, what year is it?
I just look and I'm like, yep, should have probably warned you about that. It's been about 8 days.
I still have like crumbs of cookie on my mouth somehow.
Oh yeah, so the cookie that you stuffed in your pocket, unless you ate it in the 10 minutes, is somehow there. It is very large.
No, it's still there.
Lucky's just like, damn, what's in your pocket? Are you just happy to be up?
I pull it out and I'm like, want a cookie?
Not what I was expecting, but sure.
It is delicious. A deliciously moist and fluffy, freshly baked cookie. Tastes like it came out of the oven like 15 minutes ago.
Grandma makes the best cookies, right?
Fucking A, whatever grandma you saw, shit. Dude, I just offered tea time for my guy. Like, I didn't see the first one. Second one. We said tea. You got fucking cookies?
And then Rook is like, seriously though, what year is it?
Oh, he tells them it's only been 8 days, and that we're back in the Mother's
It
Guild.
is, I believe, 339, if I remember correctly. I don't have my notes right now.
Hold on, I have it marked in here. It has to be in one of these two. 339.
Hey,
Okay.
I got it right.
November 17th was the last one I wrote down.
So you guys are getting fairly close to rolling over into 340. Still the same year.
Alright.
Did anything bad happen while I was out?
I mean, this is a good time to ask, Lucky, what the hell did you do for 8 days?
Well,
Yeah, how did the others react to me just taking the Arc of Light? Like the other arcs.
I mean, we're gonna find that out here.
well, hold on. As soon as I figure out why this is not... Hold on, let me...
I mean, basically everyone who actually teleported over agreed, but like, you guys don't have any clue what the fuck the rest of the people you left on the mountain think, unless Lucky goes back there in this 8 days.
Yeah. Hold on. I am having some technical difficulties. And we're back. I had some weird shit going on. Some weird shit definitely happened there.
Back, I guess.
Yeah, I just started the recording. There's going to be a part 1 and a part 2 to this.
I see.
But yeah. So, Lucky, as soon as that happens, turns back to Ivan and says, "Can you, like, hey, let's go back to the mountain," and like grabs on to, or like back, like, asks Steele if he wants to come, and like I basically am like, "Hey, you're still a part of this guild. Like, would you care about coming? I'm heading back."
And he will just kind of look to his wife, like murmur a few things to them, and he will say, "Yes, we'll come with you."
All right, and then we teleport back. Everyone, including Kane and Uncle and all them, because I just kind of like grabbed on.
Friendship circle,
Yay!
including unconscious Rook.
Yay!
Against the wall.
But yeah, back on the when we're back at whatever the fuck, Lucky once again brings up the idea of the school. And he's like, well, after the turn of events, I think we're in a, well, I think we'll be able to start this up. And like I kind of turned to Ivan and I said, I no longer have to go through Steele for Fiore's decision. Now it's just up to per grand.
He kind of looks at you and says, "Despite your new position, you're what, 1 vote among 10, just as I am 1 among 12.
I meant the guild part. I realize I still have to go through the 10 Wizard Saints and the council before like so much stuff comes out. But we've hopped one hurdle of like 3.
And he will also point out to you that the new progranders, they left in order to be away from magic.
Yeah. And then I turned to
think
Cornelia.
convincing their leaders is going to be quite another task.
I turned to Cornelia and I'm like, that's where you come in.
And she just kind of looked surprised for a minute. She says, "Me? I'm just a secretary.
Yes, but you're proof of people wanting to learn magic, and I'm sure you're not the only one.
Well, no, I'm not.
Okay. And if we can get enough people there, I mean, it's not fair to say that they absolutely can't. And also, this is a nice thing for New Grand. It's getting some ties, reaching out, getting a little bit more of a footing in like the national or global setting. And maybe we can establish them a little bit more than they already are.
Ivan just kind of looks around us. That brings us to our next problem. I'm pretty sure most of the people who could get back and forth between the two easily are standing in this room.
That is true. I was kind of like look around and I was like, so, does anyone want to, I guess, fuck, for starters. Oh, where's my notes? I took notes to, joint grants, trade wars, Ivan's whenever I feel like it.
Yes, the war, that's another problem. Steel just kind of chimes up. If they're about to do this shit a second time, we better damn well find a way to stop it.
I just kind of look at him and I'm like, it's been going for a bit. The best we can hope for right now is neutrality between Bergrand and Fiore.
Mm-hmm. And he just kind of thinks about it. What caused this anyway?
What caused this? I have no. What? What caused? Definitely not a dragon. Definitely not the Earth Queen. Definitely not partially our fault.
Ivan just thumbs to the side, was like, yep, it was lucky.
Okay, let me explain what happened.
Wow.
And I retell the first
recap episodes fucking 14 through 19.
Yeah, pretty much. I recap how we were originally going to go to Bergrand to find Ivan, because a guy who's a member who you'll meet later, don't worry about him, because a guy wanted to go and learn the Arc of Magic. Well, in our travels, we came across a job to take care of, in 7, to take care of...
Oh, he just left. Oh, there he is.
Hello, I am returned.
Welcome back.
I don't know what you heard once again.
I heard summed over, it was lucky, and I went, whoa. Here's what happened.
Yes.
And, like, I recount fucking, like, you know, how we went to 7
all I said after that was, I'm assuming you recap, like, fucking episode 14 to 19.
Yeah, I did hear that. Yeah, no, and, like, I go through all of that and explain how, really, while it can be traced back to me, like, I was very, like, you know, I was not the one who started the war, because Iceberg did not have to go and march on a fucking conquest to kill a dragon. Like...
Yeah.
Back, especially because we solved the problem. It's not our fault that Iceberg decided that our solution was not good.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and, you know, he starts out just looking angry. And as you explain more and more of this, by the end, he's just kind of nodding.
What's his comment to us blowing up the moon, and then while we were fixing this happened? which is why we couldn't stop it.
I wasn't aware that was part of the story, but
Yeah, I
when
mean,
you mentioned that you blew up the moon, he actually looks impressed, and his wife just kind of swats you with like a limp hand. Don't you know how important that is?
yeah, which is why we fix it later on. I'm not to that part of the story yet, and I continue.
And when you get to the fixing the moon part and how the war started while you guys were on the moon, they seem to have made sense of this story here. Or it's like, yeah, it makes sense. It's like you guys did what you could do. Like,
like, yeah. Well, it could be traced back to me. It's not like I didn't try to stop it.
you successfully did stop it, and then because you weren't there to enforce the stoppage, it was undone.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, that happened.
So it's all about this dragon, and she's dead now. So why are they still fighting?
I turned to Ivan and to Kane. Like,
Ivan just kind of shrugs and I've been on a mountain. You can roll me a Kane's knowledge.
I already have that shit lined up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 explodes. Okay. And what's my keep? Doobadoo, doobadoo, doo. Doobadoo, doo, 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 doo. I don't know. No, it's not right. Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 4. It's the central ones. 47 plus 12. So 59.
All right. You would be where the current problem essentially just comes from a land dispute and a a grudge match basically. Iceberg is real pissed off that when this dragon died, it fucking split a whole shit down their continent and destroyed like 3 cities, or no, 7. Is very pissed that when this dragon died, it like split their whole continent in half and destroyed like 3 cities.
Yeah.
And Iceberg is like, well, then keep your fucking dragons under control and don't let them into our country, bitch.
Yeah. So really, Iceberg's being the asshole here, because like the problem was solved.
I mean, for the most part, but they are effectively retaliating, and they are fighting for land rights to claim part of 7 in recompense for the fact that that like they fucked this whole thing up.
Yeah.
Mm.
Kane just kind of relays that, and he's like, "So yes, that's the reason, but I mean, I'm not quite sure there's any way to make either one side happy. Unless you could just like create more land for 7 to occupy, but that's a stupid idea. Don't do that. Like he turns to Lucky, don't do that." Like, And, like, yeah, he finishes out the story with that. Do they have anything to say? Or, I don't know what Lucky would say to that. Lucky would just
the pair of them, Steele and his wife, both seem to just kind of listen to this, and she is the one that chimes up first. Says, "That's stupid shit, just like last time."
Lucky just kind of nods. He's like, "Tell me about it." Well, I guess if we're gonna be stuck in legal hell for this school,
Wait, what?
Lucky's saying, like, he's like, I guess if we're gonna be stuck in legal hell with this school, and turns to Ivan and is like,
Oh yes, the school thing. Well, he kind of looks over the paperwork that he took from you last time. He says, "I don't see any reason why you couldn't start this school. I think your bigger problem is going to be attracting anyone from the new Progrand area to actually go to."
That's fair.
He's kind of looks over. It's going to be quite expensive as well. Their permitting costs. You're going to have to charge quite the tuition to even make back funds for hiring teachers.
Well, here's my avoidance of this. If we don't do this in town, because now I turn to Cornelia, and to my knowledge, you do not need a permit to perform magic outside of a town. Correct.
She kind of nods. That's true.
And there is still plenty of county area, like, that's not within a township, that people live in, right?
And she just kind of nods. Well, not that people live in, but there's plenty of area that's not been settled or claimed by anyone.
I just turn to, like, Rook's lifeless body right now, and I'm like, so I say we take a little hint from Stella, have mercenary guilds, have hired help for, like, trade routes, like, market ourselves for, like, just defenders to get from one place to the next. And while we're doing this, we give people a place to live, place to stay, make money just working as essentially mercs, teaching kids new magic just so they can, get on with regular life. And eventually, as we spread more and more, we could even make our own, not town, because then we're bound by rules, but settlement.
And Cornelia will just kind of pipe up and say, "Well, actually, the rules are set by each town's governing body. It's not even the same for all of them. Some of them have a mayor, some have a council."
Fucking A. That's beautiful. Okay, well, Lucky, like, just continues on. He's like, with that piece of knowledge, then
People aren't going to like this stuff. If you start teaching anyone who wants to know magic, well, she just kind of looks outside and, well, the rich people who already are allowed to do it when no one else is are going to be angry.
I mean, okay. What are they going to do? Sue us?
Assassination attempts are not uncommon.
Why is your country so fucked?
She just kind of shrugs. Well, we're an anarchy. What do you expect?
You're an
Literal legal definition, thank you. meaning we do not have one functioning or ruling governing body.
Interesting. Well, then, I mean, there are ways to magically defend most areas of anything. And we're teaching them mainly enchanting magic. And, like, fucking Lucky kind of looks over to Kane and, like, says, or fucking after noticing, like, the rune magic that he used, being like, would you be able to, like, help out in any way? And, like, just, like, points to the Uncle Nicholas, like...
I mean, Kane would be aware that, yeah, this is a thing that can be taught.
I mean, and yeah, so Kane's just like, yes, but, I mean, it would still have to be taught nonetheless, and it's only slightly different from normal enchanting, so essentially we'd be doing one and the same. And Lucky just kind of nods and like, but would you help?
So, and no metagaming for Lucky's desires here.
No.
How interested is Uncle and Kane in being a teacher?
Kane would love it. Uncle absolutely does not want that idea. He's like, no, no.
You can teach them the banjo or the guitar.
Well, you see,
music class.
Uncle's big thing, and like Uncle doesn't mind people, but he's never really lived with people. He's always lived in his shack about like a mile out of town, always. Like, he doesn't mind them, but his only thing, like, he'd need to have accommodations. Like, he couldn't be near too many people all at once because he's used to, he's used to the Flamingo markets, but still, if we get like a big influx of people, Uncle's not gonna like that.
I mean, at least at first, you're definitely talking small class sizes here.
Oh yeah.
You and Haba could shift off taking turns teaching. And each of you deal with 12 people.
But yeah, I think Uncle would find that interesting. Abel also would find that interesting. But the reason he finds it interesting is because he knows that these people have different forms of weapons that he hasn't had access to in a long time.
Every once in a while, a dagger or a sword that was hanging on some of these walls just goes missing.
Oh, he's more talking about the guns. Abel wants his guns back.
Oh yes. And you can go ahead and add flintlock firearms to Abel's repertoire.
Yeah.
From what he has seen recently. In fact, Kane, Abel, and Uncle with their senses. Before I said, Rook, you go ahead and roll me another sense thing. Yeah, roll another sense thing. I'm just gonna see if you notice a thing that Kane definitely notices. And probably Abel even more so. Though roll me Art of War.
Oh, hell yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Cool.
That is a 21 for me.
That's... He said it's a 21. And it's a 61 for... It's a 61 for Abel.
As ludicrously, though Abel rolls so much higher, you both notice this. This secretary, Cornelia, seems to be concealing quite a large firearm.
Am I still passed out right now?
Yes.
Oh gosh. Abel? What's up
Abel.
for you, buddy?
Abel is rolling assume control.
I see.
And Kane's intrigued, and so Kane kind of lets it happen. Because this is the first time in a long time that Abel's ever even wanted control. And like can sense like no hostilities, only intrigue. And so Kane allows this, and so does Uncle. And Abel just
Is Abel going to attempt to, along with it, suppress his aura?
yes.
I need you to roll me that as
I'm guessing that's going to be a shield of Abel, just around himself.
no.
I don't know what you want me to roll for that actually.
Shit. Sorry, I am trying to remember how I laid out his stuff.
It's Maelstrom of Blades, Art of War, the Flintlock Firearm, which I just added.
Yes.
White Death.
Roll me Maelstrom of Blade,
Okay.
but in the reverse way, attempting to suppress this effect. How did Abel, or how does Abel feel about seeing someone use something very similar to his fighting style? Like when Lucky fought, or when Lucky fought Steel. Steel at one point used something very similar to Abel's very own signature style.
Oh, Abel loved it. Okay.
I might just have to get a gun to make Abel proud.
But yes, Brooke, you do notice that this shy secretary woman, in fact, is she just kind of turns slightly the wrong way one time. You can just kind of see the outline pressed through her dress. She is definitely carrying a very large gun.
It is 60 to repress Maelstrom.
You're good.
Okay. Abel just cut, like, literally, like... I don't know if I ever described what Abel looks like to you, Garion, but just look up SCP Abel. And that's what he looks like.
Okay.
I believe you sent the picture at one point of Cain and Abel.
Yeah, but
And
I don't remember where I sent it.
Oh, okay, that's what it looks like. Gotcha.
But he just like teleports in and like taps Cornelia's shoulder and says, "Where the hell did you get that?"
Can I get you to with Abel, or where, like, roll me a shield of Abel or any other defense.
Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Thank you, music. Woo!
You're not roll that
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 explodes. Two more explodes.
great. This is gonna make a great cinematic scene.
One more explode.
Okay. Oh my god.
And I keep them all for a grand total of 82.
As Abel moves next to her, she very quickly and very skillfully attempts to draw said pistol that you are about to ask about. And though she is very fast by Abel's reckoning, the moment still ends with everyone seeing at first them standing 10 feet apart from each other, and then her with a gun out in her hand and Abel holding her wrist.
Nice. Where'd you get it?
She just kind of like frown or like scowls intensely at Abel and says, "It was my mother's."
Nice. So this is where you are? Like this was made where you're from?
Wait, what?
Abel asked, this was made where she's from?
Hey, yes, you can buy them in the city.
Abel
You won't
turns
find one as
around.
good as this for cheap, though.
Abel turns around to Kane and Uncle and says, "We're going," and just disappears back into Uncle. And Kane's like, I'm sorry," and like bows to Cornelia.
As Abel disappears, releasing her, she just kind of
Well,
She kind of something.
man.
Yep, she kinda.
She kinda. Oh man, dude, fucking Xavier's gonna be so pissed.
Oh shit! Oh my god! I can't. That was not what I was planning to do with this character at all. But I am all for it.
You are the legitimate arc of life. Like, not even like you have an arc. You are the arc of life.
Yep. Oh, I only see good things coming from this.
And I'm
Stupid things, but good things.
Dude, you don't realize, like, in our party, we have now one guild member, a member of the Tin Wizard Saints, an actual arc. Hey, welcome back.
How's it going?
All we heard was she kinda, but like in a literal arc in our party now.
Yep.
And then a guy.
wait, what?
Oh, we were just talking about how fucked the situation is with our party. Just it's so weird.
Yeah, we have a guild member / member of the Tin Wizard Saints. An actual arc. Like, not like has an arc, an actual arc.
And then just a guy.
And then there's a guy.
And then there's a guy, yeah. But what I was saying is, as Abel disappears and releases her wrist, she just kind of like looks a little bit embarrassed as she takes this humongous triple-barreled gun and just kind of slips it into a slit in the side of her dress that you would not even have noticed if she hadn't just put something into it.
Lucky's like, the fuck, guys? But yeah, so I guess Lucky's gonna kind of turn to everyone and like turn to Kane and them and say, "So you'll go?" And Uncle's response is, "Well, I might not stay for long, but I'm kind of out the majority here. It's 2 to 3 go, so fuck. I better have a hut at least like half a mile away from you all."
We'll be seeing each other again shortly, I'm sure.
And then Uncle disappears and reappears right next to where Haba is later on. I don't know however long you want it to wait, but he's going to travel. He's traveling over to where he sees Haba.
I mean, all right. I guess roll me the rune magic. It doesn't really matter that much. It's going to be somewhere between like 2 and 10 minutes.
Yeah. But they disappear, which also means the shield on top of the mountain disappears because Abel's left.
Yes. And as this shield drops, there is something notable, mostly for Lucky. There is someone waiting patiently, hands behind his back, outside the shield, who steps forward after it has dropped. It's Reaper.
Fuck is being rolled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And am I still in my ultimate, or has too much time passed?
Oh, definitely too much time has passed by now.
Fuck. That's not that bad. Uh, 33, and with my two maces, because his scythe is in my bag, I'm going to basically clear out a path between me and him, and I'm just going to be like, the fuck do you want?
As you launch this attack at it, just kind of deflects around his windshield, and he just kind of dusts off his hand. He says, "Oh, don't mistake me for the idiots that possessed this body before. I got your calling."
Hi, Othos. And I just kind of put my shit away. I make a new chair and invite him to sit.
And I think, as it is now 11:22, this is going to be our leave off for next time.
All right. So we just have to figure out in the next 7 days how we got back to Fiore. Because that's where we were when Rook woke up.
Okay, well, holy shit.
So much happened.
As I was just telling Daniel, that was not the direction I was planning to go with Rook, but I'll fucking take it.
You now have the ability to create new species. I'm interested to see how that's gonna go.
I see what you mean when you said that I was close to Arc of Life with my creationism. I'm intrigued.
Yes, the only last step you were missing is the bestowal of sentience.
Yeah, I mean, I was working on that. Still am. But huh.
But yes, each of you, and please help me remind Xavier next time, can go ahead and add 4 experience points. Rook, go ahead and immediately spend 3 of them to learn the Arc of Life.
You got it.
And I now have 3. We're at a grand total of 80.
The Arc of Life is just a 8 keep what? Exactly?
It starts at, or is going to start at a keep 1.
Keep 1, gotcha.
Whatever spirit, keep 1.
And my Arc of Trees is now at a 10, keep 4. And I have no experience left.
You said I can add a thing to my main copying ability to make it so the dice that's rolled is all my spirit, right?
Yes. You can add on to your main ability to make it so that you can use your own skill with your copies.
I will do that then.
Dude. This session fucking happened. Like, that's a thing.
And see, the thing is I know all of this started because you wanted to build a school, but this is what I had planned for like 3 months ago when the Dark Guild first started showing up. and you guys were at the time basically like, "Yep, not our problem." And it just
Dude,
finally
we did do
eventually
that,
came back
didn't we?
around.
we did. I'm
Stuff progressed in a way that I didn't expect it to either.
like, fuck.
So the arc of life, I'm writing a description, is just the ability to create new species.
It is just like all the other arcs, fairly flexible. It seems to be the basis for all forms of creation and healing.
Yeah, so I guess
Gotcha.
basically, like, it's come a lot closer to Arc of Trees, just
So
like,
I'm the party's healer now, I guess.
yeah, I mean, like, I have Aurora's heal, but I don't think I can match fucking Arc of Life on that shit.
I mean, right now you roll and keep way more dice than Rook, but as a power, the Arc of Life is capable of far more many. Like,
Damn. How are we going to explain this to Xavier? Like,
I mean, I'm going to start off next session, assuming that he's actually back, with the conversation that he is going to have with his dad, which will explain some of these things.
like,
And after that, yeah, it's going to be left up to you to figure out how the fuck to explain it.
like Garion's an arc. Like, not, like, fuck. I'm still trying to get that out of my head. Like,
I've accepted it. It's
like,
just
you are now. Oh, by the way, with this crystal inside of you, go ahead and add +0, keep 1 to either.
Oh shit. Actually, should I just take that out of my copied skills and just have it as a super or something now?
Yeah, I mean, well, it depends on whether you want to do that yet. You do have it as a native skill at a whatever keep 1, but your copied version right now is.
Yeah, this is keep 4. Okay, yeah. I think I'll save
So, I mean,
that.
theoretically, eventually you could level up your own, like, innate version of it to where you don't need it anymore. Right now, you're copied.
Gotcha.
I think this has been probably one of the coolest sessions we've done. Just like,
I mean, I'm glad to hear that.
I think this has
a
taken
lot
my
of this is
favorite.
stuff that I've been kind of planning for a while, you know?
Shit. Dude, I just want to start a school.
Mm-hmm. Your
I mean,
wanting to start a school gave me the opportunity to reuse a plot from 2 seasons ago.
shit. Dude, I'm like, fuck. I have so much stuff to keep track of now that I'm now thinking of. Like, okay, hold on.
Yeah, I'll figure out the exact stats for Reaper's Windshield and I'll send that. But
Yeah. So I get to take off other arcs because we found all of them. Hey, cool.
yes, our good and proper oil painting for this evening is the energy just scattering away from Othos as Lucky fires, and him just kind of walking up to take a seat at the table as Lucky realizes who it is.
I love how my reaction, I'm just like, fucking hell, and like just put my weapons away. Like, I'm keeping the scythe. Scythe's mine.
He, as he sits down, seems to have his eyes locked on the unconscious body of Rick.
Oh yeah, no, but he is behind me currently, very very close behind me. Like, that is mine. But yeah, damn. Damn. So we now have a god / arc just chilling at our table right now.
You just wanted to build a school.
I mean, that is to be fair. Both him and Rook right now are only half an arc each.
Yeah. Two sides of the same coin.
Should have kept fusion.
But yes, next time we will find out stuff and things.
Fuck. Alright. Well, to recap today's session and our in fashion, it started out with Lucky being like, okay, guys, here's how this meeting's gonna go. Blah, 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 blah. Walda almost immediately snapped Steel to the past. However, Uncle intervened with a little bit of Enter the Maze. Everyone took a little bit of damage, but it's fine. Which I think this is the first time I've Enter the Maze to everybody on purpose.
I know. I was to say, I think it's the first time you've ever used the ability on purpose.
Yeah. And gotta say, very, very, very useful. I love it. But yeah, that's a thing. So while we did that, me and Steel talked it out about him going back to the past, and he decided that I should take his place as Guildmaster, which I accepted. And then he was like, yeah, you can also do 10 Wizard Saints, but we gotta do this shit legit. Which Lucky wanted to do anyway, because he was like, you know what, fuck it, let's see if I got this shit. They ended up having a pretty damn close fight. With at the end, even though I was at full health, that's only because I fucking healed right at the end of the fight.
You healed at 1.
Yeah, I healed at 1. So very, very close fight. But yeah, I'm now a 10 Wizard Saint. Immediately after that, we snapped everyone back to reality. Waldo was like, oh yeah, right, and snapped Steel all the way back. We sent Ivan first, which in all actuality was probably the worst person we could have sent. But after we sent Ivan, we got back our little magic teleporty ball, and then we teleported back with everyone, and now we're here. We're now in the current present time, and yeah. Fuck. This was eventful. Oh, I forgot. Rook, the major plot point here that I forgot. Rook is now the Arc of Life.
Yep.
Yeah. So I guess that wraps it up.
We'll see how this turns out.
We will see how this turns out. If you're watching and if you made it all the way to the end, go ahead and like and subscribe. You don't have to, but at least do something. I mean, you can dislike the video and then be like, this video fucking sucks. Do something. Like, don't do anything. Don't do nothing. Of course, because we didn't get a chance to in today's episode, thank you to our sponsor, not sponsor, Fancy Name Generators. Fantastic site. If you ever need a name for anything, they have it. It's great. I love them.
So we actually didn't need any random names this time.
Yeah, no one asked what the name of the wife was. But with that, I think that's going to be it. Make sure to check out our website at mosaicofthechaotic.wixsite.com. that has a whole bunch of different things, including recaps of all of these things in written form, typed up by me. And yeah, till next time, I'll see ya.